enjoy. But other things I use for studying. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you here. And if you're returning, well, welcome to the continuation of my life. Just a quick little disclaimer. I'm trying not to be spamming on Instagram every single time I post a video. So if you don't want to miss any of these videos, be sure to hit that bell icon. Well, first off, subscribe and then hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any posts from me. Anyway, on to the content for today. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking me these questions on TikTok for months now. I'm aware. What are your study tips? How do you study? How do you stay motivated for school? I have gotten them so many times. I've tried to make a few videos on TikTok, but as usual, there is only so much I can fit and only so fast I can talk for 1 minute. And I feel like those videos get lost in the abyss of the rest of my content. So I thought I would just make this YouTube video explaining everything out for y'all. To make this video a little bit easier for you guys to follow, that way I'm not just talking at you for God knows how long, because you guys know I love talking. I'm going to be splitting this video up into 3 main parts. The first being how I study, how I structure my studying, just what I do to stay on track and not procrastinate. The second part is going to be how I organize all of my school essentials, what technology or resources that I use to study, like a notes app, iPad, etc. And then the third and final part will be how do I stay motivated for school? How do I do what I do every single day without dying? Okay, part 1, how do I study? Studying for me starts from day 1, quite literally. And I know everyone's probably like, first week of syllabus week, like what can you study? So usually most professors or teachers post their syllabi online a few days before school starts, at least the day before school starts. So if they do post that, I will go through that whole thing and start writing down dates on my calendar. So when's exam 1, when's quiz 1, when is this assessment. I will do all of that and do that all for my calendar for the whole semester, just so that no date blinds me whenever I get to that week. So I do that before the first day of school. For the first day of school, I listen to all the course expectations, make sure to highlight what the grade I need is for each class. At least in college, at least at UT, an A is a 94 in some classes, a 90 in some other classes, it depends. So I make sure to highlight all the expectations, what I need to be looking out for. Obviously, for classes that have live lectures every single whatever day, it's hard to get ahead in those classes because you obviously need the lecture to do the work. But if I get assigned homework on the first day, you best bet I will be completing that homework on day 1 because I have nothing else to do. If I don't get assigned work, I will go ahead and look at what section we're going to do when we actually start lectures, and I will not take notes and look very detailed at the textbook. I will skim the area and kind of get a feel for the topic just so that when the professor does lecture about it, I kind of already have a background on it. Besides that, asynchronous classes or online asynchronous classes, for me, my business minor classes are asynchronous and online. If they have Canvas modules, if you guys don't know what Canvas is, it's kind of this online learning platform. It's what we use to turn in our assignments, see our classwork, all that stuff. But anyway, what I do is I will go into Canvas, and if all the modules are unlocked, you best bet I am going to do as many modules as I can and try to finish up that course early on in the year, so that way when my other courses get hard, I won't have to worry about this. Another little thing I use for studying, I have a hierarchy of how I approach what to do in my planner. I usually start with the hardest classes or the classes I hate the most or don't understand first when my brain is fresh, so I can put all my time and attention to it. And I work down from there all the way to my last class, which is probably is usually my easiest class or the class that I really enjoy, because by the time I'm burnt out, I can do those problems like nobody's business and be fine. The last thing about studying is that I know I started off with this, I study from day 1. So what I mean by that is from the second I get notes on a lecture, at the end of that day, I don't care if my exam is 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks from now. I will study what I learned in just today's lecture at the end of the day for every single class, every single day. And it could take maybe 5 minutes tops, but doing that helps me retain that knowledge. And when time comes for exam, it's like a few days before the exam, I'm not cramming this knowledge. Like, I've been studying these notes for so long that I can remember everything. So that's what works best for me. I know cramming works good for some people. For me, I need time and I need to retain that memory over time. And that also helps me for finals because I wasn't last minute studying. I was absorbing that information over a period of time. So for finals, I have to study less. But yeah, that is everything I have for studying. Okay, so part 2. How do I organize my life to do what I do? What resources and other materials do I use? So the first thing I use is a printed paper daily schedule. Yes, you heard me right, old school, printed paper. In some aspects of my life, in some, I don't trust technology. Anyway, so this is a printed daily schedule of actually my next semester. So what I do is I color code. So I highlight the same classes in the same color, obviously. And then the next thing I do is I write what time I want to wake up, what time do I want to work out, and where. I write down the buildings, which classes are online. If I have an online class that's not on here, I schedule in when I want to do that class coursework. And then I also schedule in when I want to eat lunch, or which days I need to come home and make lunch and which days I need to pack lunch. So that's the spiel on this. Saying this though, I will say this past semester, I have been trying to transition to GCal. So I'll put a little screenshot here of what my GCal looks like, but it's the same spiel. I just put it on my phone, so if I need to check it real quick, I don't have to go through my bag to find this. Okay, so the next thing as part of my planning and structure is my planner. And if you know me or you see my TikTok, you know this little thing right here, this is my baby. So I have this planner. It's just a cutesy planner. I got it off of Amazon. I'll put a screenshot here. I'll put the links to all the items I use in my description box below. I also have a link tree in my TikTok bio, Instagram bio, all that, and it kind of links to an Amazon store where you can see literally like all the products I use if there's anything I didn't talk about in this video. Anyways, I go to that's so funny. Sorry, I was just looking at my last semester. You can tell I got stressed. Okay, this is my planner. It's not the neatest. So I write down all my classes in the same order every single day, even if I don't have that class that day. And then the night before, I will fill out stuff I know I need to do like the next day, like continue studying for this exam or continue this project or whatever. And then as the day goes on, I will add stuff to the planner I need to do. I get a new homework assignment, add it there. I also put class on here. So like, I don't know if you can tell, like if I have an online class, I'll write Zoom. So go to class, and when I'm done with class, I cross it out. But yes, maybe I don't suggest you cross it out with this much like pain and hatred, but that's what I do because I get super stressed. As you can see, I literally live by this planner. I need a stretch. Another thing I use to kind of see upcoming exams, deadlines, I talked about it before, but I have a calendar, and unfortunately my calendar is at my apartment in Austin, but I will insert a screenshot of what I mean, and on there I put exams, quizzes, all that jazz is stuff from the syllabi, as well as just planned events, like I'm going to brunch with my girlfriends on Saturday. I'll put that there just so that I'm aware when the week starts. I don't forget, and you know, I can plan my work accordingly. In terms of products that I use to do my schoolwork and all of that, there is nothing wrong with pencil and paper and good old school note-taking. I did that all throughout high school. I did that my first semester freshman year of college. It was just a lot easier for me to just have an iPad if I needed to send someone notes or I needed to edit something. Editing the PDF was a lot easier than carrying like 15 notebooks around, because also I just hate having my backpack being super heavy. So this is what I use for note-taking. As you probably noticed, I'm really obsessed with marble, but I just got this smart cover case It's like a knockoff thing from Amazon. And then this is the iPad Pro 2018. 11 point something inch, 11.2, 11.7, something like that. And then I have the Apple Pencil 2nd Gen to write with, which fits perfectly in this case. Besides that, the note-taking app that I use is Notability. I am not sponsored by Notability, but as I have been like telling my friends about Notability, I have heard that they've switched to a monthly subscription program that's like some crazy ridiculous amount of $14.99 a month to take notes, as if you're already not being tortured enough. Fortunately for me, when I got Notability, I paid a one-time fee of like $7.99 for the app, and I'm able to use it for a lifetime. But if that's the case, if they're still doing a subscription service, then I don't recommend you spend that much money. It's not worth it. Like, being a broke college student sucks already. So maybe check out GoodNotes. I've heard good things about them. That is it for my iPad. I have this Windows computer. I just wanted a lightweight computer that had a lot of like processing power for its size and kind of met all the specifications that I needed for the School of Engineering. So I have the HP Spectre X360. This is what it looks like. Oh, and it's also like a foldable convertible laptop. So you can do this. It comes with an HP pen. I guess if you wanted to, you could take notes on this, but the palm rejection isn't really that great. That's why I got this iPad, but it is very much possible. Yeah, and those are basically all the products and resources I use to study and structure my life. So, part 3, motivation for school. How do I get motivation for school, and any tips and tricks for how to stay motivated for the upcoming semester? So, in my opinion, I feel like motivation relies greatly on setting a goal, working towards it. Just studying for hours on end just will feel like complete torture if you don't feel like you're working towards something. So for me, I put this goal in my mind for the end of each semester. So my goal is, last semester it was, I can do this. I can survive 18 hours. If I can do this, I can graduate early. That was my goal for the whole semester. Anytime I felt discouraged, anytime I felt burnt out, I remembered that and remembered how close I was to the finish line. And that was my motivation to finish off the semester. Now, as I'm getting closer to graduation, my goal is, I'm looking forward to having a full-time job and being an adult, being financially independent, making my parents proud. And I try to set short-term goals. So I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm going to be like, I want to be 40 and rich. Like that's too far away. I try to keep somewhat of short-term goals each semester, so at least I can see the results in a small amount of time. My freshman year, my first goal was like just working towards surviving college, balancing work and fun. Something simple. Another thing I use for motivation, if we're talking about very short term, like let's just say you're having a really bad week, I try to put something to look forward to at the end of the week. Usually for me, the way I do it is I am grinding my butt off Monday through Friday, and then Friday night and Saturday night are my days where I am going out and having fun with my friends. If it's Monday morning and I don't feel like getting out of bed, I'm like, the faster you finish this, the faster you get through the week, the faster that you can go and have fun with your friends and have a stress-free and great time. So for me, my motivation to like not procrastinate is the faster I finish my work, the faster I can go and just have some de-stressing time. I'm not going to lie, there are days where I am burnt out so much that I just feel like quitting. Like I just feel like quitting school. But at the end of the day, for me, I remember that I just need a good night's sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, I feel recharged and ready to go. But obviously, as any human being should do, definitely take your breaks. Definitely go have fun with your friends. School is not everything, but try your hardest at school. But yeah, that is pretty much it for all my study tips, motivation tips and tricks, and all the resources I use for college. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this a big thumbs up because it does take a lot of time and effort between all my school and all my studying to edit these out and put these out for you guys on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and if you'd like to see more content from me, follow me on TikTok at Texasbrownie. And if you just want to see my normal, non-academic personal life, I guess, follow me on Instagram at Revi. Per the usual, if you have any video suggestions for me, please put them in my TikTok or my YouTube comments and I will gladly try to make a video on it. That is about it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!